Hello Year 6 and welcome to Thursday the 21st of May's maths video. Let's have a look at our challenge answers from yesterday. Jack mixes 2 parts of red paint, so let's just make a note there, and 3 parts of blue paint, so the ratio there is 2 parts to 3 parts, and he's using that to make purple paint. If he uses 12 parts blue paint, how many parts red paint does he use? So hopefully you realise that we've got to scale up our original ratio of 2 to 3. So 12 divided by 3, how many times does 3 go into 12? Well, that's 4. I multiply it by 4. Whatever you do to this ratio, you have to repeat with this ratio. 2 times 4 is 8. So the answer to this question was he uses 8 parts of red paint. Let's have a look at this one. Eva has a packet of sweets. For every 3 red sweets, there are 5 green sweets, and the bar model has been done for us. There's 32 in total. How many of each colour are there? Now, we looked at this method yesterday, so we know there's 32 in total, and we need to work out, well, what's the value of 1 part? To do that, we have to work out, well, how many parts are there in total? So we do 3 add 5, which is 8. So then we do 32 divided by the total number of parts. 32 divided by 8 is 4. So then I can label each one of these parts with 4 and say 4 times 3 is 12. So 12 of those sweets are red, and 4 times 5 is 20. 20 of those sweets are green, and we can check it by adding 20 and 12 together, which gets us to 32. So we know we've got the answer correct. Okay, let's have a look at our ratio lesson for today. Today's the last day that we're going to be doing on ratio. Miss Penny inherits £990. She decides to save some of the money and spend the rest. The ratio of savings to spending is 5 to 6. So that means there's 5 parts of saving to 6 parts of spending. We want to work out how much money does she save in total, how much money does she spend in total. So again, we have to find the value of 1 part. So I take my 990 and then I have to divide it by total number of parts. How many parts do I have in total? 5 add 6, well, that's 11. So then I have to do 990 divided by 11. There's a few different methods you could use to solve this question. We could use chunky method, long division. Maybe we could try to use our number facts, things that we know. I know that 11 times 9 would give me 90. 99, should I say. Therefore, 11 times 90 would then give me 990. So each part is worth 90. So now I have to do 90 multiplied by 5 and then 90 multiplied by 6. So if I write out the calculation, 90 times 5, we can make that easier for us to do in our heads by saying, well, what's 9 times 5? 9 times 5 is 45. But actually it's 10 times bigger because I'm doing 90 times 5, therefore that's 450. And then here, 90 times how many parts is there? Well, there's 6 parts in total. Again, 9 times 6 this time. What's 9 times 6? Well, that's 54. But actually it's 90 times 6, it's 10 times bigger, so it's going to be 540. And then I can check my answer by adding these two together and ensuring that they equal 990. So if we partition 500 add 400, that's 900, add 50, that's 950, add 40, that's 990. So if you're confident with that, you can pause the video and have a go at this one, otherwise we'll go through it together. Right then, Arthur is organising his collection of DVDs. He has 114 altogether. The ratio of comedy, which is the 6, to the action, which is the 8, and horror, which is the 5. So it's 6 to 8 to 5. And now we repeat the process. So we have to do our 114 divided by the total number of parts. So 6, add 8, add 5. What is that? That's 19. Now again, use whatever method you feel comfortable with to get your answer. You need to do 114 divided by 19, which is 6. Once you've got your answer, it's the final step where you have to times your answer by the total ratio. So 6 times 6 is 36. So that's how many comedy DVDs that he has. Then 6 times 8, which is 48. So there's the action videos. And then 6 times 5, which is 30. And now we've got the horror. And again, if you add those up, what should they all equal? Well, if we've done it correctly, they'll all equal 114, and they do. Okay, let's have a look at the next questions. Josie makes fruit punch by mixing fruit juice and lemonade in the ratio of 1 to 2. So I'm going to make a note of that. So it's fruit juice is 1 part to lemonade, which is the 2 parts. And she needs to make 21 litres. So with the 1 to 2 parts, how many litres do we have already? Well, we have 3, but 3 is not enough. We want 21. So again, it's the case of scaling up the ratio. We do that this time by saying, well, if this ratio gives us 3 litres and we want 21 litres, what is 21 divided by 3? How many times does 3 go into 21? Well, that's 7. So we multiply each ratio by 7. 1 times 7 is 7. 2 times 7 is 14. Add them together, and that's 21. So that means that it is 7 litres of fruit juice to 14 litres of lemonade. Next question. During the party, Josie decides to make some more. She has 3 litres of fruit juice left and plenty of lemonade. How much extra punch can she make? So if you think you can do this now, have a pause of the video, otherwise we'll go through it. So she's now making more lemonade. It's telling me that she has 3 litres of fruit juice left and plenty of lemonade. How much extra punch can she make? So again, let's look at the original ratio. The original ratio was 1 to 2. Now it's telling me that she's got the 3 litres of fruit juice. So if I put my 3 there, because this is my ratio, so we've gone from having 1 litre, now she's got another 3 litres. We need to work out, well, how many litres of lemonade does she have? What do I do to 1 to get to 3? I times it by 3. Therefore, whatever I do to this side, I repeat on this side. 2 times 3, well, that's 6. So now if I add up my litres of fruit juice and my litres of lemonade, that will give me 9 litres. She can make another 9 litres. And on to the last question. To make the second batch of punch go further, Josie adds 2 more litres of lemonade. What is the ratio of fruit juice to lemonade in the second batch? So we know that originally we had 3 litres fruit juice and 6 litres of lemonade, but she's now adding another 2 litres. So 6 litres add 2 litres is 8 litres, which means the new ratio is 3 litres of fruit juice to 8 litres of lemonade. Okay, Year 6, that's it for today's ratio lesson. You can have a go at this challenge question and we'll go through the answers tomorrow. Thank you very much for listening.